All right, I had to stop. We're back. The phone crashed because it was red hot. I mean, red hot. I couldn't even hold it. I took it out of the case. I had to take the phone out of the case. The phone was red hot. I couldn't even hold the phone. That's another reason I need a new phone, because this old phone can't handle the processing that HAPS requires. HAPS requires a lot of processing, which heats up the old. We're in the West Akron, Merriman neighborhood, starting into the Merriman Valley. These are such desirable neighborhoods to live in. Oh, black squirrels. Oh, squirrels, little squirrels. Akron's famous for their gray and black squirrels. Oh, look at them run. Very cool brick streets. Some amazing to live in. If you get a four live here. And Akron has a lot of money, so there's people who are looking easy. Alan. I haven't seen you for a while, Alan. I'll be sending you a quiz to make sure you're caught up. So again, there's that mansion that's now a nursing home. Can't show you back there. Oh, it's terrible. Back there. And if you don't know what's over here in West Akron, the Stan Hewitt house is here. Just a small 64,000 square foot Tudor mansion that's now a museum, basically, in a visiting place, rental facility. It was the built by the founders of Goodyear Rubber, Cyberling. We're gonna drive straight north. If the phone, I don't know, the phone's getting so hot. I don't know if the phone's gonna keep up here. I was gonna try and drive you guys through the national park here as we head north. It's the same way. Another house with a steering lawn. That gorilla. Here's a nice little house over here. Oh, that's where they moved. Is that where they moved to Tecumseh? That's the statue of. Is that where they moved? Because they had to move it. Go downhill into the Cuyahoga River, Cuyahoga Valley, where the Cuyahoga River is, and the very beginning of the Cuyahoga Valley National Park is at the southern end of the park. The park is roughly 20 miles long by 3 to 6 miles wide, encompassing undeveloped areas of the Cuyahoga River Valley south of Cleveland and north of Akron. 33,000 acres. I spent a lot of time down there when I was volunteering with the organization. Some houses. Places whose heating and cooling bills would pay a mortgage in most other places. It's easy, Lucky. I read. I just read, and I've been around. I could be a tour guide anywhere within 6 months. I learn stuff quick. I just suck it up. A lot of people aren't curious. They never learn anything about their area, wherever they live. Wherever they live. Here's the railroad track. This is the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad line. That's the rail line they use right there. It's a tourist rail line through the whole river valley. You can ride, usually year-round. As we go down, down, down into the valley. I haven't been through here in a while, especially in daylight. I'm sure the last time I came down through here was in the dark. And then Akron, just to the right there is, and the left here, is Akron's Metro Park system. They have a big system of parks called Sand Run Metro Parks. And it's a big continuous section of parkways all around parts of Akron. Very scenic, very cool. And I got traffic on my ass, so I have to keep driving because people are impatient. Oh, look at all those power lines down there. Whoa, whoa, red light, red light, red light. All kinds of stuff just slid forward. Well, maybe that line is not the rail. That might be a real rail line. I forget. Because here's the rail line here. This is the Cuyahoga Valley Rail for sure. That might be a separate rail line. So anyway, just a few feet up here, we will be at the beginning of the national park. Hey, Shirley. Something changed on HAPS when the broadcast ends. They replay automatically, and it seems like it's... Oh, really, Mary? I don't know. I haven't seen that yet. But so this is Merriman Road, and this is the Merriman Valley all up here called. And it's a big commercial area here for, I don't know, half a mile. Lots of shops, restaurants, small businesses, housing, apartments. The national park is basically two roads on either one that surround and the Cuyahoga River goes down the middle of the valley, and there's a road on either side of the majority of the whole park, especially down here in the southern half. You have, oh my gosh, Riverview Road on the left, oh my God, I'm so damn bad. And Akron Peninsula Road. Oh my God. I should know this stuff without ever thinking about it. I'm so bad. How many years did I spend down here? Oh my gosh. Okay, Akron Peninsula is straight ahead. And Riverview Road is the one on the right. So we're going to go up AP as it's better known. AP. So the park is full of trails, waterfalls, hiking. The Cuyahoga, the Ohio and Erie Canal goes through the park here. So the the Ohio, they're calling it the Canal Towpath, which is the towpath the mules used to walk to pull the canal barges through the canal, is the big trail right down the spine of the park. And that towpath goes all the way from Cleveland now. Just got finished up in Cleveland after decades. They've been working on it for decades. You can go all the way from Cleveland down to Zor, Ohio, 100 miles. They got a little roundabout here at is this Bath Road? Smith Road, sorry. So technically we're not in the park yet. One more the next intersection. When this park was created in the 70s, it was highly controversial because it's the only national park. Well, it's the only national park in Ohio, but it's the only national park that was created by taking land that people lived on. I think, other than, which is it's not really a national park, I don't think, or is it? That was very controversial too because it moves people out of their homes and off their land. And when they did that down here, it was hugely contentious because this is the last undeveloped section of land between Cleveland and Akron. And if the park hadn't been created, this would probably all be housing by now. It just would have been mowed down and turned into housing because housing was already encroaching on all edges of the park. Huge apartment complexes, developments, but nobody doesn't say now that, other than those former landowners, everybody agrees the park was well worth creating. So we are technically now in the park. Here's a parking lot on the left here, trailhead parking. Hey, Baba. Just entered the national park. But the park is not just park. People live in the park. There's a little town, and there's a couple little, towns and townships within the park here, like the little town of Peninsula, smack in the middle of the park. Here's the main southern entrance sign over there on the corner. Oh. So this is Bath Road. This is considered the southern end of the park. And again, I don't know if my phone's going to hold out. It's on fire. It's so hot because of the heat. It's been shutting down, giving me temperature warnings. I entered Cuyahoga Falls, technically. Still in Summit. Two little the edge of the park, on the east side of the park, is the summer home of the Cleveland Orchestra. Um, if you've never heard of Blossom Music Center, it's really a better facility than Wolf Trap, from what I hear. People that know both of them, go look up Blossom. It's the summer home of the orchestra, and it's also home to many, rock concerts and stuff like that. It's a fantastic place, but to go there is to suffer in insufferable traffic and parking hell. Indigo Lake. Forget that that's over there. Yeah, that's what I've read. Wolf Trap gets a lot of. There's even a trailer park here, but this was existing, and this trailer park did not get bought out when they created the park. They left it. A lot of farm the houses and the barns, and they did let the land go back to its natural. And there are a number of them are actually leased to people to farm, to do historic small farming on. This is one of them. So this here on the right is famous in the area here. This is Zale's Farm Market here. Zale's, you can see it's a big thing here. They grow their own corn, and this family's been down here for like a century, and their corn is to die for. Oh yeah, Lucky, is there a big fire like you were saying? So this is the historic village of Everett. These little houses here have been restored, and these are all part of this little village of Everett here. This is the park's southern ranger station, police station. It's a couple interesting, neat little houses over here. Okay, yep. Here that have been saved to their appearances. Oh, see, this field's just been plowed. Look at how fresh that is. Look at how cool that looks. Freshly plowed field. I remember when they were rehabbing all these homes, I knew people working on them. All these little historic. church in the valley. Cool, cute little church. Look at that field. Wow, isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? And over here is the covered bridge. I don't know if we can see it. I think we can see the covered bridge. Maybe not. Yeah, it's back there in the woods. Hard to see. The bridge goes over the creek over here, and it's only for pedestrian use. Nutrient packed, yeah. Yeah. Well, this is a river valley. Don't forget, this is a river. So this used to have historic floods and stuff today. We'll have to go up this road. I haven't been up this road in forever. Up here is the park has an environmental center, and they bring kids out from the city and stuff and do day things, and I think they do some overnight events. You want to see a cool waterfall, go look up what's the friggin' I can't think of the waterfall. Oh my god. Boston. Oh my god. Such brain farts. When we were getting property down here to turn into a hospital, the environmental education at one of the properties we looked at, but we turned it down because of the location. Oh, there's a little black soul. Brandywine Falls. Sorry, go look up Brandywine Falls. It's a gorgeous waterfall. So, this is the Environmental Education Center. It's back in there. It's closed right now. They got some big barns and the big house and some other stuff they've built back here now. Oh yeah, the Akron Civic is insane. It's insane. The interior, the ceiling will blow your mind. Steep hill. I've only been to a couple of them. I've really not been there that many times. Amazingly. I think the last thing I went to there was a big bluegrass show. A bunch of bluegrass stars. I think young girl, Sierra, what the hell's her name? It had Stanley, what's his name? It had like 10 different people on the bill. Big bluegrass show. And it had the covered bridges over there. What do you mean an iPhone 12 mini? I don't know. Must be a new version. They've got, each series usually has a bunch of different versions. It probably is a smaller format size and maybe a cheaper chipset. Plus, it won't have the best cameras. The iPhone 12 Pro Max or whatever they call it, it's got crazy good cameras on it. So you'd have to go look up some comparisons or reviews, But if you have an old phone and you could get that, I would get it if you don't want to spend a lot of money. Oh, yeah, to have a second phone, sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, gotta wait for traffic here. Oh, yeah, crazy expensive to purchase. I've been playing with my friend's i12 Pro Max. Oh my God, the camera is so nice. All right, heading north again. The park is gorgeous in the fall. Fantastic fall colors. And the historic railroad I was talking about, the tracks are just literally right here on the left side of the road up there. We're going to cross the railroad tracks right up here. I haven't driven this in daylight in so long. Like I said, I spent I was down here almost every day volunteering when we were running the hostel. I mean, it was my church for a lot of us. It was our community for 20 years. It was a lot of the people that were involved. It was our, it's what we did. Here we are, tracks. Oh, they put full railroad crossings in. Wow. Those are new. They got full railroad crossing lights and gates now. They've upgraded this railroad a lot because they've thought of actually using this railroad because this railroad goes from Akron to downtown Cleveland, and the rail line talked about for years to actually do some commuter between Akron and Cleveland. One morning and one afternoon trip besides the scenic trips. But encyclopedia. So over here on the right is Deep Lock Quarry, which was an old quarry mined for the limestone. The cool little through the canal goes right next to it, the old Ohio and Erie Canal. So they used to mine the quarry stone and put it on the boats and send it away because it was right there. Up here on the right is a house I used to live in a little bit with an ex-girlfriend from back in those days. I haven't driven by here in forever. She doesn't own the house anymore, I don't think. I'd have to look the property records up. It's right here on the right. First house on the right. It's a cute house. It's been a long time since I've looked at that house. And I used to know the couple that lived in this house back in the day. So we're in the village of Peninsula, okay? Peninsula, Ohio. Here's the Peninsula Library and Historical Society. Cute little village, small houses. There's some very expensive stuff around here too. They've got an arts community here, so they have a lot of stuff going around that. And here's an amazing, this is a barn that's a house. This is a barn, and that barn, that house, the stuff that's in that building, it's got formal gardens back there that rival the best. I've been a wedding state once. This is the old concerts. This is the village, bunch of offices. We're going to go right into the village for just a second here. Used to do a lot of stuff around here. I mean, a lot. This little church. I think I was here for a wedding once. Forget the name. Down here in town is a big rail station for the train, for the Scenic Railroad. Bunch of restaurants, shops. It's a big tourist place to stop in the area. Oh yeah, I spent a lot of time around here. Used to know everybody, but kind of all blew up. And here's the river. Here's the Cuyahoga River. There's the bicycle shop, railroad crossing. There's the one restaurant. Here's the other restaurant. I spent a lot of time in this place. The old Peninsula nightclub. It's now a Winking Lizard, which is a local chain. Whoa! This car almost backed into me. Very bad. Wasn't my fault. That one wasn't my fault. So, railroad offices over there. Oh, they got a patio here now. I haven't been through here in forever, man. What is this? Trail Mix Peninsula. National Park gift shop. Art classes, the Peninsula Art Academy. I haven't been through here in forever. I've been wanting to come down to the park again. It's just not the same, and I'm not that interested in some of the groups that do volunteering down here. Since we lost the house for the hostel, it really pissed a lot of people off. That's been there forever. MBA Design. Peninsula Art Academy. This is the other side of that building we were at. Here's the train station for the railroad. Train will just stop here and everybody will disembark and come and they'll get back on here. I keep forgetting there's that parking lot over here, isn't there? I always forget about that. Terry Lumber Yard over here on the right. Famous local lumber yard that does custom millwork. I always forget about this parking lot over here. So this is the, I think, where we're going. Maybe it's over here. Here. I think, if I remember. It's been so damn long. My sister's waiting on me too, but I don't get a chance to do this that often. So the towpath, the towpath is right here. And that's one of the old locks on the canal where they would raise and lower the boats. It's one of the old locks. There's a number of them you can check out. Towpath goes right around, I forget, it's right over there. And yeah, there's a little tiny waterfall. There's the river out there. Little rough water through here where it turns real hard. So if the river's running high and rushing, my parking lot will be underwater at times because of the turn in the river here. There's a bridge on the towpath going over the river there. There's a bridge, little cute bridge up there they put in. Oh yeah, I used to lead hikes and just do tons of stuff down here for a long time. Can't see the river. Trees are too much in the way without getting out of the car. All right. All right, I'm gonna put you back on the perch. We gotta start heading north. Keep going north. Thank you, Mary. Yeah, the Peninsula community was not real friendly to the park initially, and because of all the things happening when they, bought up all the properties around here and moved people out. So there's a lot of animosity here. That's the village hall over there and police department. So when the Peninsula cops checked me out one night at the old girlfriend's, they ran my name and apparently found out a few things about me. And they threatened me. They were very unfriendly people, the former administrations here. Now, I don't know if it's better now or not. But yeah, they told me I had to come down and see the chief of police and register. Like, fuck you. I never did anything that bad. So I pissed them off heavily because wasn't sure that name of that. The Bronson name came into my head. Cute old stone house. They can register this, yeah. So, So okay, if you're going to tell me something like that, you have to back it up with an ordinance, right? So I went to the library to see if I could get the city ordinances, and they didn't have them. They didn't have the city ordinances at the library. But because this is a Peyton Place little town, this is the old township hall here. And like I said, this is the GAR hall. They hold a lot of music. I know a lot of musicians that play here. It's a great place for a small, intimate concert setting. God, I can't tell you how many times I drove this stretch of road right here. Thousands. And I haven't been through this stretch of road in a long time. And so then I went over to City Hall and asked at City Hall, and they didn't have anything they could give me. Well, apparently I pissed them all off, and after that, they just kept following me and trying to pull me over, and anything they could do. I had to be so perfect when I drove through the village, and mostly I would come in really late at night, so they would always follow me right to her driveway. They were pricks. There's no better term for that. And then back at that time period too, I knew a couple gals who lived right next to the big bar restaurant there on Main Street, and they're a lesbian couple, and the township did everything they could to run them out of town. They harassed them so badly. They finally just moved. They could have probably sued them, but they just moved. And what the hypocritical thing is, the biggest supporter and civic member of the city was a gay man, but he was wealthy, so it was different. This is the Interstate 271 above us here, or is that the Turnpike? I always get this. That's the Turnpike Bridge, and that's Interstate 271 over there. So the only trouble is these two highways that cross over the valley, you hear the road noise if you're anywhere kind of close, which is just a sad thing. And since we're here, here's the other big train station in the valley here, right by the ski area here, and the historic village of Boston, which I haven't seen in a while. Wow, they put that park. I haven't seen this, and honestly, I don't even know what I'm going to see because they put a lot of stuff in here. I heard that parking lot. I don't think I remember that parking lot. And I think this is the main visitor center here now, Boston Mills Visitor Center. That's new. Here's the river again. There's the river. Spent a lot of time over here. The original visitor center was here. I think that's what they moved. This building here was the original visitor center. They've changed this, I think, now. Here's the towpath. Right there, there's the old Ohio and Erie Canal. That's a volunteer. This is the old, like I said, the old village of Boston. And they kept a lot of these houses. Nope, I'm heading there. I just want to do this while I'm live, and I'm down here. I used to know the couple that owned. Now, this house was one of the family farmhouses for the house that I worked on that became the hostel up the road was the Stanford house. And this was, what were their names? Nina and Clayton Stanford. They were relatives of the Stanfords. And they lived to very ripe old age. You would come by there and you'd always see Nina outside, bent over, picking up weeds. I mean, folded over, like touching your toes. And this is Stanford Road, which I probably came down a few thousand times. We renovated 3 buildings here. The original house, the manager's house, which is up there, what became our manager's house, and the garage, which we turned into a small office space. I have not been here on this property in maybe 20 years almost. I don't even know. It's been a long time. Spent so many nights in this house working on it, running it as a manager, volunteer manager. It's just an amazing space. There's the barn, amazing barn. We'd hoped to renovate the barn, but we never did. Doesn't look like anything's been done with it. As a hostel, this would sleep 30 guests. 1843 Greek Revival farmhouse. There's the garage. We built an office in the first bay that actually became a small suite. It's a full small suite right there for our manager. And then the other 2 bays. Couldn't even tell you how many hours I have in here. Tens of thousands of hours. This is the Stanford Trail head here. This goes over to Brandywine Falls. If you go look at Brandywine Falls, you'll see just a most amazing waterfall. That's the old historic chicken coop. Still there. Parking lot back here hasn't changed. There's our pond over there, right there. And then the actual other house that we rehabbed is up on the hill there, which was the manager's house for a long time also. A complete house. Couldn't even tell you how much. This was a third of my life here. Multiple girlfriends, multiple weddings and births and deaths. It was a giant part of everybody that was involved in this. It was a giant part of our lives for a long, long time, And then the organization blew up and we lost the property back to the park. And they basically said, tough, But it's one of the few houses, almost all the other houses that were across the road here, everything around here, these were all properties. They all burned down. So the towpath, the Canal Towpath is right across the road there. You just go the little connector trail there that takes you right over to the towpath. But when the park bought their property and finally bought it, people were so pissed at the park, at the government, that they'd come back and they'd burn their houses to the ground. They said, if I can't have it, nobody's going to have it for anything. There were endless fires down here. You could go look the articles up. It was so contentious down here. It was the public meetings when they were going to develop the park were brutal. Take the ugliest school board meeting you've ever watched on YouTube and triple that for intensity. It was just insane. So what's going on down here today?
We have a volunteer tree plant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I helped renovate this place.
You did?
Yeah, when it was a hostel.
Wow, that's awesome.
So I'm live streaming and I'm showing people a lot. I'm taking them on a little tour through the park from the south, north. I was in coming back into Ohio, so I ended up in Akron. I'm like, we'll go through the park to get back to Cleveland. So,
awesome.
So I'm reliving a lot of memory lane stuff here.
Yeah, what did it look like before?
Well, when it was, you could probably find pictures back at the park headquarters. You know, I couldn't even tell you how many thousands of hours I have in that building.
Wow.
So we renovated that, the garage, and the house on the hill here.
Okay.
That used to be their manager's house. And then the organization, our group, kind of blew up, and the park ended up back with the place we lost it.
Ended up back where?
With the park.
Oh,
we were a concession. We were the only concession in the national park.
The hostel, interesting.
Yeah. And so when we lost that, people lost the ability to stay in the park at will.
Yeah.
Because now this is random to stay here, I think. You can't just stay here any night.
Yeah, you have to reserve. The Conservancy is...
Yeah, I'm not a giant fan of that group. So,
the Conservancy?
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of the people that helped start it, but, the way the park treated us and dealt with us back at the end of this was not real good. Considering how much we put into this, blood, sweat, and tears for 20 years, we should have a plaque on there that tells people that.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a new man. I know there's a new superintendent. Maybe I should approach and try to get something put up there, but, because, all these properties, there were houses right here. They got burnt. If you know anything about how the park developed, people burned their houses to the ground the minute they were sold.
Yeah.
Is there somebody coming? Oh, yeah, got a car. Okay. So, it was very contentious when it was started down here. And so I need to come back. I've after our organization blew up and we lost the hostel, which just killed the whole group, kind of. There was no cohesiveness to us to do anything anymore.
What year did this stop being a hostel?
It was around 2000, 2001. I can't remember exactly. So we picked the house in 80.
Okay.
We looked at 3 properties as our local organization. We looked at this one, the big house up at the Environmental Center, and one more that was north. And we turned those 2 down. The one north was smaller, I think. This one we probably blew off because of the hill and the location, out of the way. We came here and we're like, oh my God, look at this location right in the middle of the park, literally, and then they put the connector in eventually. So this house sat here for 5 years with money from the Cleveland and Gun Foundation to help us renovate it. In those 5 years, the park did a lot of the big stuff. They put the septic system, the leach field and septic systems in. They put, actually, that's new now. They have a septic tank system there. That's new, I think. And they did some of the heavy work in the house mechanical wise, but then we did all of the interior finish. Everything you see in there, we did. They painted the house always, which was fine with us. And a lot of memories, a lot of people, a lot of things, But anyway, I'm just gonna go up. Can I get down the road at all, or is it closed?
It's closed. There's a gate right there. You're able to walk it though.
Oh no, that's okay. I was gonna go as far as up to the top of the hill, but
that part's been closed. There's a couple closures.
You can't go all the way up to the top of the hill anymore?
Not in a car.
Really? So nobody's living up there anymore?
No, I don't think those houses are there anymore, because I know they were saying...
On the left there, up there were houses, yeah.
They were also some sort of park office building at one...
I can't right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never...
Oh, yeah, because I used to lead hikes everywhere. I mean, I used to know everything about this whole valley, pretty much. But interesting. Yeah, I'm going to have to go hike there then.
Yeah, the road stops being paved, I think, after the hill. So this is...
Well, I mean, way back, Summit County stopped maintaining the hill.
Okay.
Because steep in winter, a plow truck slid off of it. And that's what caused the closure. but you could go usually all the way to this end to the one point. I can't think without looking at it, So
Yeah, it's close right up there.
Gotcha. So, idea about here back into more natural versions of the valley with native species planted here. Changes. Big change. Yeah, definitely got to come back down here and hike around. And with the organization, couple. It's just so much of that whole group is just disappearing. Disappeared, you know. Whoa, bumpy. Oh, that's pretty bushes. Yeah, lots of changes down here. Like I said, I've been down here for 20 years. Grapes after everything. Oh, that's a much bigger parking lot over there. Wow. Hey, Phil. Ski areas here. Boston Mills Ski Resort. This is where I learned to ski. It's also famous for a big arts festival every year. The Boston Mill Arts Festival. And there's another ski area up to the right called Brandywine. Little tiny places, but you can learn to ski. Hey, Phil, I should have come and visited you if I'd had the time. Did you see where I was down in Virginia yesterday? Yeah. Columbia Run picnic area. Columbia Road. I was in Wytheville, or however the hell you pronounce it, Virginia. It's a lot closer than being here to get to you. Is this still the Ranger headquarters here? Probably. Hard to tell. You're near Asheville, aren't you? Wait a minute. I was kind of close to where you were. I thought I looked on a map. Maybe I'm mistaken. All right, we're leaving the vet park. Got to get out of here. That's not the right name. No, it's not on the coast. No. Wythe. W. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty close to you. Yeah, that's what I heard about them. All the way uphill, climbing out of the valley. To get a milkshake? I would too. It's hot. It's damn hot. That's what I forgot to get the other day when I was, where was I at? In Canton or Youngstown? I was going to get a milkshake at Handel's. Wish I had some time. There is a Handel's close to here, but we don't have time. We're out of time. Whoa, that's a big new development. Holy shit. That's a big new development. That was not here the last time I paid attention. That's a big new house. That's brand new. Wow, look at these monster houses. Another development here. Wow. Oh, that's ugly. But ugly. Not a tree in sight. Every house looks the same. Would you guys buy a house place like that? That's just hideous. There's nothing there. Everybody's the same. There's no neighborhood. Ugh. They mowed everything down, built every house the same. Wow. All right, we got to get on the highway. This whole area on the right here with the fencing, hey Carrie, this whole thing here with the right, this is the old VA hospital in Brexville, Ohio. And they're leveling all this right now. This is going to be a big new development. Big new development. Oh, look at the piles of the old building. Wow. Wow. 55 plus community in Elyria. What's the name of it? Curious. Which one? I know a couple of them. There's a real fancy, expensive one in Oberlin, Ohio. Home? I haven't been home yet. We're just getting there. I slept for like 5 hours this morning in southern Ohio. 5 or 6 hours. And I've taken my time driving back. Ugh. Hello. 20 minutes. Okay. Bye. Four seasons. Okay. I'd have to. Yeah, I'd have to look at that, Linda. Those are things I will never be looking into, so I never pay attention to them. What is that weird noise? What is that weird noise? Now I don't hear it. Oh, yeah, okay. What's that weird noise? Yeah, there's a big retirement community in Oberlin that offers all kinds of amenities, but it's pricey, and you buy into it. I think the buy-in is $100,000, and then I think you sign property over to them too and stuff like that. It's not a co-op. It's I can't think of the name of it. I know it if I heard it in a second. They advertise on the classical radio station. Now the noise I hear keeps sounding like the electric door locks going up and down, but I don't know what it is. It's a weird noise. Oh, the name of it is Kendall. Kendall at Oberlin. Go check out that place. I have one friend who was seriously looking to do it. Sell his house, give them all the money, move in there, stay there. It starts with independent living all the way through skilled nursing, I think. Yes, Carrie. Yeah, 1L, I think. Big money. Okay, which is the quickest way to go? I gotta make a decision. Shit. Far. I guess I'm going this way. Which is the quickest way? Wow, look at that big solar panels over there. I never saw those before. Oh, big solar panels. Must be for the Kent State building. Oh yeah, crazy money. You know, I mean, if you got the money, sure, but you know. All right, entering the busiest stretch of highway in the state of Ohio, Interstate 480. The busy times pre-COVID, average traffic through here is over 170,000 cars a day. Still debating which way to go here. Yeah. Should I stay on 480 or should I go to 90? I wish I had looked it up on a map. Too late now. What is that noise? It's so weird. I think it might be a wind noise, and I this down. Guy, there's a jerk. I do not understand that noise. To the hospital to pick the sister up. The noise is so weird. This is probably the quickest way. I don't know. Oh, there's a lot of trouble lights on the dash. But I can't see them because of the black tape. What's that noise, Martha? What noise? Turn the radio up. What the hell is that? I swear I just heard the radio. What is going on? Honestly, what is going on in this car? This car's spooked. Just heard the radio. Did anybody else hear that? Did you hear like a girl singing for a second? That was freaky. My radio's turned off. Car's friggin' spooked. I hear it. I hear something. Is there another device in my car making noise? Honestly, what the hell is going on? I don't think I have another radio in the car. I don't know. What? I hear something. It's so fucking weird. I'd have to pull over and stop. I hear a girl singing. What the fuck is that? I only have 2 phones. They're not doing it. I can't see your comments. I'm really confused. Maybe it's the heat. Maybe I've been in the sun too long. All right, exit coming up. Yeah, this was definitely the quickest way to get here. You just have all these different ideas about how to get places in my head. Unless it was a car next to me, because I got the rear windows of my car open windows. Maybe it was a car next to me. They had the radio playing loud, and I wasn't paying attention. That was weird. It's so friggin' hot. No, I still hear a radio. What's going on? What is going on? I just heard it again. I did. I just heard. I'm trying to think if there's something in the car. If I have something in the back of the car that could be a radio that I can't think. Yeah, chips in the vaccine, sending me music. I don't know. Just weird. No, the other phone's right here, and I've checked it. It's right there. It's quiet. There's nothing coming out of it. No apps are open. I swear, I'm hearing stuff, man. It's crazy. I don't know. You know, maybe my car's like your telephone at home. Musical ear syndrome. I don't think it's playing urban rap music. That's what I was hearing. Now, the music I hear now is the car in front of me. I don't know. Just freaky. Freaky. No, car radio's not on. Nope. Nope. And with all the road noise, I couldn't isolate the sound. And I don't think in the back of the car I have anything that can play the radio, play music. Not unless my DeWalt drill picked up a new trick. Oh, looks like they're tearing that building all up. Wow. What's going on with that building? Somebody's remodeling the old bank. Wow. Wonder what they're going to do to that. Somebody's spending big money over there. Oh man, I'm hot. It's possible it was a car on the highway or something. Like I said, my rear windows are open. You know, maybe it was picking something up. No idea. Oh, did you freeze again? Because the phone is so hot. That's why. All right, I'm going to shut this down. The phone is red hot. Cannot deal with the heat. It shut down again. I'll see you guys later. $387 miles since I bought gas back in wherever that was yesterday. Look at this guy. The fuck? Jesus. What the heck? You're a fucking ass. The fuck, dude? Bye. Bye, everybody. Should have seen the guy cut me off.